And at first I wasn't sure about the lighting, but
Why were you not sure about it? And I hope that you learned from this.
If this is just a little taste of judging for America's Next Top Model, I wouldn't survive. Today we're gonna see how Nigel Barker feels about my photography. No, really we are. I'm going to react to him critiquing a photo that I took because I was a part of his photography class. This is from Creative Live and the class is called The Business of Photography with Nigel Barker. It's from 2018, way before I even started doing the America's Next Top Model reactions. So this is gonna be very interesting. I feel like I'm on the chopping block today with Nigel being the judge. Image critique, here we go.
My number one thing I tell people when they ask me to look at their work is I'm like, listen, I'll give you my critique, but it doesn't mean that I'm right.
That's very fair,
opinion.
Nigel.
That's it. You still have to love your work. Just because I like it or I don't like it doesn't make it wrong, doesn't make it right. You've all seen photographs that you don't care for, and for some reason someone else really likes it. A certain type of style, a certain type of look, a different hair color, a hairstyle, clothing. It's all an opinion. So again, I'll give my opinion and I'll give my critique of what I see, but you have to also make your own mind up.
I love that. That's a great way to intro an image critique, actually. Because what he's saying is very much true. Everyone has their own preference of what is a good photo, what is not a good photo. Something that you think is good might not be good to somebody else. Something that you think is worth it might not be worth it to somebody else. And it's all about personal opinion.
And I haven't seen, by the way, I have not seen these pictures, which is very exciting for me. And they asked me if I wanted to see them already. They said, oh, we can show them to you. But I wanted to go very surprised myself.
He likes surprises, don't we all?
You're in
okay,
studio.
so my picture is in the middle of this. I think it's like 20 minutes in. So let's skip to that. Just trying to skip ahead. Oh, there's me right there.
I met a lot of people that are able
Why
to do
didn't
that.
oh my God, look
No,
at, I
really,
made eye contact with the camera.
Very special.
I'm trying to act like natural, like, okay, just act like you don't see the 20,000 cameras filming you right now.
Very easy to critique other people's work, right? Just
There's my picture.
shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? Jessica. Look at you, Jessica. Wow. Great shot.
Thank you.
Really piercing. I have no idea where it was shot, but I look at this.
Can you guess?
Well, I'm just going to look at it and say, I mean, it could be that this photograph was taken in like Europe. I mean, I know, I'm not saying it is, but I look at this and I'm like, this could be taken in Europe, this could be in Paris, this could be, you know, somewhere in London, you know, this, and the lighting is fantastic. I love it because the eyes are popping, but they're not really lit. I love the side light. I love this sort of, it's just a great fashion beauty shot.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead, where was it taken?
Seattle.
Shocking.
Yeah, actually, it was raining and the model was walking.
That's why I said London.
Oh. Well, you could
Seattle and London, you do share something in common.
Yeah, it was raining and we were trying to, and I didn't want to shoot and get her hair wet, so we found like a hotel with something covering the rain, so we just shot under there. And at first I wasn't sure about the lighting, but
why were you not sure about it?
Because it was, as you can see, it's more in shadow on one side, and then it's a little bit more, I like more even lighting, and actually it's great because now that I've seen how you work, I do want to add more dynamic lighting instead of having it all just one light.
Yeah,
so,
I did it after this too.
I mean, thank you for that, by the way. So I was just a little bit more intimidating to work with that type of light.
For sure it is.
We were filming this class in Seattle, and that's where I took this picture. So it's funny that he thought it was taken in Europe when it was literally taken outside a few blocks down. That was the reality of it. It makes me really happy and proud of myself to hear him say all of this and his reaction to the photo at first. Maybe because I've taken these pictures, I forget how other people look at them and their reaction to this photo. Because I've seen this photo 1,000 times. I've worked on this photo, I've seen it. But for other people to have this reaction to it, I think just makes me feel really accomplished as a photographer. And I just love what I do. I'm so grateful to do what I do. I love photography so much.
Mostly even lighting, as far as the lighting telling the story, is about showing everything, I mean, that's why catalogs and commercial work is
He's
all
right.
about this very even lighting. And certainly, almost every photographer has a great way of creating even lighting, because there's going to be lots of clients that want to see everything, because that's what they do, and you're technically going in to capture whatever it is fully. But when you're trying to tell a story, even lighting becomes very boring.
It is boring.
The whole
I
story
agree.
is revealed. It's like reading the very last page in the book first. Oh, and then they got married and lived happily ever after. Really? So I thought there was everything that happened in between.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So that's where this lighting of mystery and kind of this darkness through the front, and it's not perfect, but it's kind of real, and it's a little sexy, and you're not quite sure what's happening. And I like the gap in her mouth. I like the fact that she's breathing out. I like her imperfect teeth. I like the fact that the hair is flying away, and it's messy, and it's blowing in the wind, and you haven't retouched that.
Thank you. I wasn't sure about that, actually, so thank you.
Well, see, this is the thing. It's like,
I was just...
Again, there are probably people out there who will...
So this was one of my favorite pictures, which is why I chose it, but I still... We had the flyaways. My friend tried so hard to comb those down. I even mentioned that this photo I wasn't really sure about, because the conditions under which I took this photo were just so chaotic that I didn't think I could get a good result from the photo shoot. This is a great example of, in the moment, you may not think things are going well, but you might surprise yourself and get an amazing picture. You just got to follow through. We had the best model ever for this. Her name is Sabrina. Incredible model. So, so kind. And my friend Sarah styled this. She even did the makeup and the hair.
Well, see, this is the thing. It's like, again, there are probably people out there who will say, oh, no, you've got to retouch that. You've got to fix all of that. And sure, okay, have a hairstylist make it all perfect. But that doesn't make your picture better. That just has a sort of look to it.
Yeah.
And actually, I look at this, and even I get a feeling it has like a 1970s vibe to it, too. And it could even be like a Prada campaign.
I never, ever forgot when he said that this looks like a Prada campaign. That's always stuck with me, and I've always remembered that. And I really was very proud. Like, I knew I liked this picture, but after he said that, I think it really validated me as a photographer, and it's just been in the back of my head ever since. When he said this, I was like, what? Because my whole thing was I wanted to shoot fashion. I wanted to do editorials. Like, that was my dream. And that still is my dream, to do things like that. So when he said that, I knew I was on the right track.
It could even be like a Prada campaign.
Thank you.
But the thing is, what you need to start doing is you need to start to own it. And you need to control it. And I hope that you learned from this and you looked at the conditions.
Didn't Tyra say that? I'm sorry. Didn't Tyra say that at one point in one of the episodes? You should learn from this. Learn from this.
Learn something from this.
Am I on America's Next Top Model right now? Is this the judging panel for photographers? Oh my God. Is this how it feels? But actually, things are pretty tame right here. This is really nice. If this is just a little taste of judging for America's Next Top Model, I wouldn't survive. It's very intimidating having him give his opinion. You don't know what's going to come out. You don't know if he's going to turn the tables. He's going to be like, but also I think this is terrible. Who knows? But just the anticipation of what he's going to say made me so nervous. I really can't imagine how judging was on America's Next Top Model. Like, hearing what the judges had to say about the photos, I can't even imagine. And this is my work. I just took this picture.
And you remembered what happened. And now what you have to do
Who coughed?
is
Why did that guy cough out of the entire 1 hour class? Now you only cough during my critique. You better pop a cough drop and drink some water. This is my time to shine.
And now what you have to do is recreate that again. And that's the thing. You take those moments, but you have to be so aware of this and that, everything you used, what happened. You said it was raining, and then you went into this area. Working in conditions that are hard get the best out of us in the end. I really learned nothing because of the easy things that happened to me. I learned everything by all the difficult things and things that went wrong and things that weren't perfect. And growing up in England, just like in Seattle, is rainy and grey. Yeah. And a lot of people think that's not very good weather conditions because it's miserable. But actually, it's also, that has its own great colour tone and feeling and vibe and emotion. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about you, but when it comes to music, I love the blues. you can't sing the blues unless you have them or experience them. And
We all
so
have.
all of these things play into it. And I think like Seattle weather and what have you helps create that grey, and use those things, use those emotions. Don't just wait for those sunny days. So well done you.
Thank you.
My little thank you. Right before your picture was coming up, they would give you a microphone, and if Nigel had any questions, then you can just answer it. They gave us the microphone, so I thought it would be a waste to just hold it and not say anything into it, which is why I had this conversation with Nigel about my image. When will I ever have this chance again to talk to Nigel one-on-one about my picture? It's never going to happen. I didn't know which pictures to choose, but I knew I wanted them to be my best work. I wanted him to give his opinion on the photos that I considered my best pictures that I've taken. Because if he also thought that they were good, then that meant that I was on the right track. I can't explain how exciting of a moment this was for me as a photographer. It was back in 2018, and I was just doing everything to try to advance in my photography. And this just really gave me that spark of hope that I needed to hear from someone like Nigel Barker. And for that, I'm really, really grateful. I love the emphasis on imperfect pictures and imperfect journeys in photography that he mentioned, because I think it's so important. A lot of the times we as photographers think we have to take the best shot every single time, especially when we're first starting out. And that's just not realistic. Okay, so now I gotta go shoot a product campaign. I guess that's on my to-do list right after ordering cat litter and kissing my cat 17 times. Okay, thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Bye.